Alright guys, we're taking a look at the Warlock rotation here. First of all, you keep up Curse of Elements. You want to keep up Improved Soulfire the whole time. It's the biggest buff you can have. Then you put up Bane of Doom, Corruption, and Immolate. Then you use Conflagrate. It gives you 3 stacks. You want to use Incinerate and Chaos Bolt. Get rid of those 3 stacks. You want to summon Doomguard and pop Demon Soul right away. And then your rotation is pretty much going to look like this. Keep all your buffs up the whole time. And then keep using the Conflagrate 3 Incinerate. So I'm going to Conflagrate 3 Incinerate. Then I'm going to refresh something, probably Immolate. And then I'm going to do another Conflag, Incinerate, Incinerate. Keep that Soulfire up there. You're going to want to use your Soul Burn or whatever that instant move's called to make sure you keep the improved Soulfire up. And if you run out of those procs or you don't want to use them, you want to hard cast Soulfire because you want that buff to stay up the whole time. It's really, really good. So I'll see I'm going to hard cast it here as it just fell off. And my Corruption fell off there. Let's see if I notice that. There it is. It's back up. I'll have to refresh that Immolate again. See, like, Destruction is probably one of the most challenging specs I've played. You're pretty much like looking at so many timers. It's crazy. So you got to keep up. I'll just go over those buffs again real quick. Look at the target Curse of Elements, which lasts for 5 minutes. Bane of Doom, Immolate, and Corruption. And then when all those are up, you want to Conflag. Conflag's #1 priority. And then you want to use those 3 spells. Obviously use Chaos Bolt whenever that's off cooldown. For single target, obviously use your Doomguard. As you saw that my guy just died there. Keep the improved Soulfire buff up. There's a lot to talk about. I'm going to throw another improved Soulfire here, or instant cast one. And basically getting used to Destruction Warlock it's hard. You gotta just pay attention to a lot of stuff, and it can be kind of dangerous, especially on those encounters where, you know, there's a lot going on. You saw me go up in Shadow Flame there. I didn't use it that much in this demonstration because you're not usually going to be in melee range, but if you are in melee range, Shadow Flame is worth doing. It's an instant cast spell, and it's going to do enough damage so that it's worth just the instant cast. What you want to do with your Imp Soulfire procs, if you get them, is if you already have the buff up, you want to use the Soulfire, instant Soulfire, as late as you can to keep that buff up longer, but make sure you don't miss it. Make sure you don't forget to do it, because that would be a huge waste. And like I said, if it runs out and you don't have any instant casts, you want to hard cast Soulfire. So I'm keeping all my dots up here. Keep that Conflag, hit that Conflag every cooldown, hit that Chaos Bolt every cooldown. There's a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, Shadow Flame, like I said, is good damage in close. And your Incinerate is the move you're definitely doing the most. If you look at my damage there, it's Incinerate, then Conflagrate, then Immolate, and Burning Embers. Sometimes Burning Embers is higher than Immolate. Those will be your top 4 almost always. If you want to look at my armory or go to noxig.com for glyph, spec, and how to gear and all that stuff. I'm not covering that in this video. I'm just going to talk about the rotation. So I'm going to get rid of that Soulfire proc. Yeah, like I said, the #1 thing is keeping up all your dots. Sometimes, you know, you might forget about the Bane of Doom or the Corruption or whatever. You really want to try not to let that happen. And other than that, you're using up the Conflagrate and the 3 spells and all that stuff. So yeah, it's probably the most challenging DPS spec I've played. But I don't know, I really like it. I like the challenging spec, and the damage is definitely really solid. All 3 Warlock specs are competitive in my opinion, and it's what I've read and what I've seen. So I think you can pretty much play whatever spec you want. And yeah, if you like Destruction like I do, then hopefully this helps you, you know, do some good damage with Destruction. And go ahead and leave me any comments and questions. I'm going to do some tutorial videos for some other classes that I have that are 85 and with decent gear. And thanks for checking this video out, guys. Peace out.